Hello Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for the week of November 10. My name's Wendy, lovely to see you all. I have shuffled, I've laid the cards, I have not looked at them. We're going to pull them together, and once we've finished with the tarot, we will get an astrology oracle card to see maybe an area of life that is specifically affected this week. I'm feeling judgment. I feel the judgment card, I sense the judgment card. I don't know if there's something you need to say this week, if there's an announcement, or maybe you're getting a second chance. But that is the energy that I am picking up for the week ahead. There could be an announcement, some big news, or you're just really feeling like you want to make some noise. You're ready to be seen, you're ready to be heard. But of course, judgment is also about discernment. And so I think this week presents an opportunity where you can use your wisdom to navigate the current situation. Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Temperance. Just move these up a little bit. The Empress, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so the week ahead, it's a lot to do with your physical reality, your money, your comfort, your material security, your home, what you do for work, everything that is a physical representation of the work you've done. And it's not just your physical work and your career, but it's also the spiritual work you've done, the healing, the health, the work you've done for your health, for yourself physiologically. I see actually, this is a really nice week ahead. I see an emphasis on the home. So a lot of you could be signing papers, maybe there's a deal. It's like you're settling in. So maybe a new desk at work. I do see a new job opportunity for many of you with that King of Pentacles. There's somebody with resources who is maybe wanting to add you to the team. And it feels like you really add something valuable to this group, to this team, to this vision. You are able to assess and evaluate. So I'm seeing this is a week of evaluation, assessing, and very much looking at past patterns and analyzing what has worked, what has not worked. What is your harvest? What is the harvest in your life right now? What are you gaining from your work or your past efforts? And how does that reflect the intention you had set? It feels like this week is where you see the representation of intention. Again, it's a very much a week of results. I do see real estate. I do see some energy around a new house, maybe decorating, refreshing the energy, maybe decorating, wanting to refresh the space and have a fresh, clean slate. Get the cobwebs out of the corner, clear the old energies out, and set the stage for the future, setting the stage for some celebration, for more joy to come into your life. I see a protective energy. Somebody is protective. Somebody is maybe self-protective, or they're being defensive. They could also, you may find that someone or yourself, they're not very forthcoming. They don't want to share resources. They may be keeping their cards close to their chest. I get the impression that you have a reason to celebrate, but you don't want to share it with anyone just yet. It's like keeping it to yourself for now, because maybe there's a big family event or a big gathering where there's an official announcement. It seems that this week you work well with others. I see particularly for creative time, something cathartic, like craft, right? Like very traditional handiwork. and sharing stories as the work is being done. Sharing stories, it's like you're weaving a tapestry and sharing stories as the tapestry is woven. I do quite literally see a tapestry, a quilt, maybe a family tree, a lot of you connecting maybe to your lineage that way. And I think you're seeing evidence too of a particular matriarch in the family. You're seeing some traits maybe in yourself or in someone else that calls back to this person. There's like strong memories. I feel strong feminine female presence coming through very strongly. And I feel that she probably did this handiwork herself. She is coming through. Some of you may inherit an heirloom this week. You may come upon somebody's like cedar chest full of quilts that they had made, or clothing in the closet of the new house that you've purchased, but it's new to you, but it's an old house, and there's like, you find something of the previous owners. I feel like there's a lot of history this week. It's a good week to sign contracts. It's a good week to put yourself out there and express your ideas to the person who needs to be sold to. This King of Pentacles, again, being the person with the resources. He's like the bank. He's the person who's going to loan you the money or give you the approval that you just got the mortgage, or he's the person who owns the company, going to give you a job. So the King of Pentacles, I think, represents this person who is, you kind of need to sell yourself to them. And of course there is an aspect, you are the King of Pentacles too. In terms of thinking about long-term investments, like where do I want to be long-term? Where can I really set down some roots, be comfortable, look out and see the results of my hard work. King of Pentacles too with the Empress, there's a strong physical chemistry this week, very much in the body, sensual pleasure, doing things just because they feel good, pleasures of the body. There's strong physical attraction, a lot of chemistry this week. Nice clothing, quality, good food, really thinking about not just today, but also next week, next year, 20 years from now, really caring for your future self and making some wise investments in quality. You're investing in quality, something that will last long term. So I feel like there's also a bit of a paring down where you are getting rid of the like cheaper quality, relationships, clothing, food, whatever it is. Again, remember, this week is very much about the physical. And then you're replacing that and really like investing in quality and the things that will uphold over time. And I think you're also looking at yourself and your family lineage and like what has held up over time, what really matters to me. I see a lot of creativity. I see that you do really well when you're in the zone, when you're with other people, you're in the zone, like it inspires you. There's something about the energy of the room that really helps facilitate the creative process. And I think you're process oriented. So I feel like this week you're recognizing that you have most of the answers, but you don't have all of the answers yet because there's something to be gained from the process. So you're only gonna know by doing. And I see great results this week. I think you're feeling quite comfortable, feeling proud of where you've come from, everything you've accomplished. And even though this week is very much about the physical reality, I do also see that your spiritual self comes through. Because again, the material self, or the material world, our physical reality is a mirror or reflection of what's going on in our spiritual self. Your higher self is present this week. You are perfectly between worlds. Perfectly, I think there's someone that you really miss that maybe has passed on. If I'm hearing that they sit perfectly between heaven and the earth, that's the Empress. That's the Empress. It's a song that I heard last week. Oh gosh, it was a woman singer, and I don't know who it was. It was at work, but she was perfectly between heaven and the earth. And I thought of the Empress. And that Temperance too, representing right in the middle. Cooking good foods, just having fun with creativity. And like really seeing the legacy of yourself and another, maybe even being inspired. Okay, Wow. So the main theme in the week ahead is the North Node representing life's purpose. So your destiny point. It's a week of destiny. You're on the right path. Things are aligning this week. I did strongly feel judgment energy, and even though that card is not here, the energy is strong. The energy is very strong. So you're meant to do this, and you're in alignment. So I think there's a beautiful destiny point this week. So Aries, have a wonderful week ahead. If you would like a personal reading, information is in the description box below.